Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Davs and I own NHT Trichology practice out of Houston, Texas. And today I'm here with another video. How you guys doing? I'm here with another video of an FAQ that I got, an email that I got from a lady called Sonia. And in my previous videos, I said I will be responding to your questions via video because I felt like fleshing the answers out will be better for you. So this is Sonia's email to me. She said, "Hi, I am a recent certified trichologist. I love the course. I received online training from USTI, School of Trichology. I need help on scoping. I don't understand what I see. I know some terms like inflation. A lot of what I see is cloudy looking scalps or miniature hair S growth. How do I have the conversation of what I see with the clients? I realize that most of this trading is online. I'm a visual learner, but my hands-on is how I really hone my skills. Please help. I'm generating new clients for I am a former beauty instructor." So she's a former beauty instructor. She just got certified with the USTI. She wants to understand scoping. So if you're like, what the heck is scoping? Scoping is basically using this nifty tool here called a trichoscope. Some people, it comes in different forms. Some people will have a scope without a screen that you can connect to your phone, your mobile phone, and be able to visualize what's going on the scalp. So basically what a scope does is it magnifies what is on the scalp mine does by 8 times, 8,000 times. That you're able to use to like a microscope to magnify the hair follicles to where you can see them on a very, very large scale. And that when you get your trichology certification, they talk about scope, they talk about using a trichoscope, they talk about examining the scalp, but they don't really teach you exactly what you're going to be looking at in terms of how you will be communicating what you're seeing here to your clients. And I'm just going to give just a very brief summary of how I learned how to scope, and also tell you guys more about the course that I have put together on scoping for those who are interested on how to really master scoping. So right behind me is the anatomy of hair. And when you see the anatomy of hair, you see that hair is in different compartments. Okay, so we have the hair that we see on the outside, right here, this fake hair obviously. Then we have the scalp, which is the epidermis, is like the skin, and then we have the whole network of blood vessels and the follicle. So the follicle is the hole where the hair goes inside of. So when you're using a scope, what you will be looking at mainly is the epidermis, the scalp. You'll be looking at the follicles, and you'll be looking at the hair. Okay, so when you're looking at the hair through a trichoscope, you're going to be looking for different types of things. You're going to be looking for hair conditions. So when you do learn about hair conditions, you learn about different types of hair, and you learn about the characteristics, how they look, right? For instance, when you say split ends, the average person would say split ends, right? But split ends will look a certain way to you in a trichoscope that they may not necessarily look when you I just don't know why I have this hair on, because I would have loved to use real hair. But when you physically look at a split end, you might just see it split like this, But in a trichoscope, you can see the tears, you can see the cuticles, the wear and tear of the cuticles. So you need to be able to know the different types of hair conditions that are out there. Split ends are called trichoptilosis. You're going to be looking at the hair for single strand knots, which are called trichonodosis. You know, they have all these scientific names. So that's where I will start if I want to consider learning about scoping and evaluation of the hair strand. I will go through the different hair conditions. Trichoscope will also help you with texture. You'll be able to see textural changes. You know, you're able to see fine hair. You're able to see the size of the strands, the diameter of the strands. You know, you could find an area that has really thin strands, and then you find an area with bigger strands. What does that tell you? How do you explain that to your client? That could speak to alopecia, that could speak to diffuse thinning. You know, you want to look at the scalp for inflammation. You see some discoloration, some swelling along the follicles. That could speak to something internal going on, a hormonal change. It could speak to CCCA. So you want to also look out for buildup. And, you know, once they see that buildup, I'm going to attach some images. They see that buildup, they're like, OMG, my hair is filthy. So it kind of makes them aware of how the way they care for their hair, their lifestyle can affect their hair growth. So most times, I just finished with a client now, you know, physically we can't see anything falling out from my hair, but the whole trichoscope was showing lodged on skin cells and debris and oil and buildup lodged in her follicle. That kind of follicle is being choked with all that buildup. And so you want to be able to explain to them what that means for the long-term goals of the hair. I had to learn different terms that I can use to express myself properly to clients, and that is a part of the coaching that I'm putting together for scoping. I also had to study a lot of dermatologists and see how they were interpreting different hair conditions. I learned about black dots. I learned about miniaturized strands. I learned about pigtail hairs, upright regrowing hairs. These are all terms that you learn as you study scoping to better explain to even yourself what you are seeing on the scope. So if you guys are interested in learning more in depth about scoping, please click the link below. It's going to be an interactive one-on-one session, a coaching session, where I will break everything down in slides that you get to keep for life. You know, you keep those slides, refer to them whenever you want, and it can really go a long way into, you know, making your clients have confidence in what you're doing, because it's not enough for you to have the gadgets. Sonia, you said inflation, but I think you meant inflammation. So with inflammation, you will see some raising of the skin, you will see redness, you will see sensitivity. Most times, even as you use your scope to probe through, the client will tell you, you know, it's kind of sensitive there, it's kind of tender there. So you will know, you know, that is inflammation. If you see something cloudy, and most times it's buildup, skin cells, dirt, oils, that type of thing. So you would definitely know. That's why I say it's very, very important to know the terms to use. Like, you wouldn't tell a client it's cloudy on your scalp, because cloudy will not be the right word to use. But if you say there's buildup on your scalp, then that speaks to, you know, the cloudiness. You need to be able to express yourself and make your clients feel like you know exactly what you're doing with your tools, okay? So scoping is huge. Sonia, I hope my video is able to clarify a few things for you. And if you want further help, you know what to do. Click the link below. And yes, guys, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification. I'm going to be posting these videos. They'll keep coming. So thank you so much for the support. Share and like. And